Hey, Vanessa.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hi, Jill. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hello.
Recording in progress.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can. Yes.
Hi, Gitika here.
Hi, Geetika. Nice to meet you.
Finally.
So we are going to give everyone just a couple of minutes to join, and then we can start, and I'll have you guys introduce yourselves and get to know the crew. And we can kind of go from there. We have an agenda that we like to review. Go.
Hi, Eileen. Do you think, I don't know if you can, like, unmute and mute me when you need to, because I am driving.
Oh, yeah, of course. No problem.
Oh, okay.
I'll test it. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Once I mute you, it says ask to unmute. So then I think you need to unmute yourself.
All right. Well, let me get, hopefully my car you won't be hearing too much noise.
Yeah, no worries.
Otherwise, yeah, try to figure it. Or maybe if I can bring it up to the screen where it says mute, and I can do it without, oh, I see it.
Well, just be careful driving.
Hi, this is Sherry. I have my computer that has a camera is not working, and so I'm calling into the meeting.
Okay, no worries. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Benny.
Hi.
So could you tell me who's there, just so I know who I'm listening to?
Yeah. So we have Katika, Jill, Benny, Nicole, and Vanessa are on the line, and I thought we could just give everybody another minute or so. I know that Teresa is going to join. I know Jeremy will not. Daniela will not. I'm not sure about Elizabeth. And
Well, I'm very happy to meet Jatika and Jill.
Hi, nice to meet you. Finally, it's been too long.
Yes.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello. Hi, nice to meet everyone.
Yeah, this is even worse than Zoom because I don't even have visual.
I know it's so hard. It's okay. We'll try and be as clear as possible.
Sherry, this is Benny. What happened? Did your computer break or something?
It will not accept, my Surface Pro will not accept my password.
Oh, no.
So, and I really depend on that because I have all these different meetings. So what I'll probably do is, I have another meeting on Thursday night. I'll get a camera and attach it to my regular computer, which is in a place that I really don't want anyone to see. You know, it's not a room that's really a public room, but I'm not going to have any choice because if that's not going to work, I tried rebooting it. It just would not accept my password.
You'll have to blur out the background.
Yeah. I guess I'll talk to my IT person about, even though I'm retired, I still have an IT person.
I love it.
It's important. It's important. Okay.
It really is.
Well, I'm going to, let's see. As long as I'm sitting at a regular computer, I might as well open up the documents that were sent to me.
Great. Okay. So I figured we could start. I think that we have just about everyone that we were planning on. And we have a couple more members as well that will be joining in May. And so, Benny, I just saw you unmute.
I'm just wondering if we have a quorum.
That is a good question.
We need 6 voting members
to attend the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if Jatika and Jill have been sworn in?
Yes.
I don't. Oh, you have.
Then they are
Okay.
Yeah, I got sworn in. Yes.
Great.
Oh, perfect. Jill too. Great. Congratulations.
you.
It's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you.
It's really
And
exciting.
don't forget to
Very.
do the 2-hour open meeting laws course. That's very important.
Yeah.
And then I will have to schedule with you a time for our 20-minute orientation to the HRC. Of course, I'm going to need a computer that has visuals. So I'll schedule a time with Jill and Jatika to do that.
Yes.
That's great. And I have a little, Sherry Dalton sent me kind of a grid of everyone that's now a member. So I'll share that with everyone before the end of the week so that everyone can sort of see. But all right, well, I guess we do have a quorum. So maybe we can get started. Does someone want to take notes this evening for us?
I would volunteer, but I'm still at work and I would need to get off if needed. So, but I'm still trying to take notes, whatever I can, you know.
Yeah. So typically for every meeting, and you'll see next month when you sort of vote individuals into positions, but there's a secretary that handles all of the meeting minutes for
Okay.
a full year. So they get elected as a treasurer slash secretary. The individual that handled it this year, her name is Daniela. She's not attending this evening. But actually, it was something that we sort of we had others kind of volunteer to handle. And so, Katika, if you want to handwrite the notes, if you're
Yes.
open to that,
I'm doing that.
okay, that would be great. And then even if you want to type them up and email them,
Good.
yeah, that would be fantastic. We can get them over to Sherry Dalton to vote
Yeah.
for them for next month.
Sounds good.
And do note that since the meetings are recorded, if you need to check anything that happened at the meeting and compare your notes with the recording,
Oh.
you can do that.
Oh, it
Yeah.
sounds good. Good to know.
Mm-hmm. So we call to order the meeting at 7 o'clock, the third Tuesday of every month. And then we sort of go around the
Okay,
room
so
and
I'm
we,
going.
yep,
Sorry, I just cut you off. I was like, yeah, go ahead.
that's okay. And we go around the room and just list, who's here. And that'll help, when you go to do the meeting minutes too. But we have Vanessa Westlake. We have, is it Jillian Diment? Am I saying it right?
It is, yeah, but Jill Diment.
Jill Diment.
Mhm.
Gitika Upmanyu, is that right? Okay,
Yes.
got it. Benny Wheat, Teresa Aravena Gonzalez, Nicole Jacob, Sherry Oken, and then myself, Eileen Rooney. So typically we do a check-in, but I was hoping Jill and Gitika, if you wouldn't mind sort of introducing yourselves and maybe how long you've lived in Wakefield and tell us a little bit about you, and then we can kind of jump into the rest of the agenda.
Sure. Jill, should I go first or you want to go first?
Sure, you can go first.
Okay, hi, this is Gitika Upmanyu here. I've lived in Wakefield for 13 years now. We live on the west side. I have 2 school-going kids. One is at Galvin, 8th grade, and the younger one is at Walton, 4th grade. I love the Wakefield community. We've built friends and family far away from home. I had been meaning to join human rights since a long time, but with, school going kids and stuff, it was never a good time. And fine, this is my first meeting. I feel so bad, but going forward, now that I know it's every 3rd Tuesday of the month, I will make sure I'm available for the entirety, for the meetings. I always thought it was the 2nd Tuesday of the month, but now it's clear it's 3rd Tuesday. So that's a little bit about me. You can go ahead, Jill.
Hi, so I'm Jill Diamond. I have lived in Wakefield for about 8 years now. I have 2 kids in the public schools at Dolbear. One's in kindergarten and one's in 2nd grade. I too had been thinking about this for a couple of years and then it just came up this year. So I work as a team facilitator for in special education for a K-8 school in Brookline. And so, you know, I do that during the day and then mom the rest of the time. My husband and I live over here near Dolbear. So just happy to join the group.
Same here.
That's great. Maybe we could do the same actually, and go around the room. Benny, you're like right in the middle for me. Do you want to go first?
Sure. My name is Benny Wheat. I go by she, her, and hers. This is my last HRC meeting. I've been on the HRC
Oh.
for 4 years. And yeah, it's the end of an era. I've lived in Wakefield for like 5 years. So I've been on the HRC almost the entire time that I've lived here. So it's like been a big part of my like Wakefield experience, which has been kind of nice. I live kind of right near the Greenwood T station with my husband and lived here for 5 years. I'm a social worker. I work with unhoused people, and those are some facts about me. Should I pass it to someone else, Eileen, or do you want to?
Yeah, you can pick.
How about you, Vanessa?
Yeah, so I'm Vanessa Westlake. I'm a student volunteer. I love what the Human Rights Commission does here in Wakefield. So I love going to meetings when I can, although I have a busy schedule. So I'm a current junior at Wakefield High School. I'm excited that the school year is starting to wrap up, but still have a lot of things going on. I'm the chair of the youth council, so I actually know Juvia Monu. So
Okay.
it's kind of nice to meet you too, because I kind of have another connect. But yeah, it's nice to meet you. And next year, I think I'll be assuming the role of the student position, because I talked to my principal about that. So I'm excited to have another year with you guys in a different role. That's not just a volunteer, although I love volunteering for you guys. I'm also a part of the Wakefield marching band. I just did jazz band that finished, which was really fun. And I love doing art and, you know, a lot of things around the town too. So, you know, you'll see me around and always, you know, wave and whatever. So yeah, I'll pass it on to Teresa.
Hi, thank you. Sorry, I was just getting my dinner ready. So I am, what do I say? Oh, I'm a mom also. My child is a freshman in the high school, but he did go to the Doll Bear. So I know the teachers and everything in that area. I've been part of the HRC. I want to say it'll be 3 years next year, I think, right? Yeah. So I know, crazy, flying by. So nothing, welcome. Glad to see everybody. So sad to see Benny go. And Nicole too, right? Oh. All right, Nicole, you can go.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not on camera, but I am in my car coming from another event in Lynn, which I don't know if you guys know today, they just swore in their very first African-American female to their city council. So her name is Nicole McLean. So yeah, so I'm coming from that. But anyway, I'm Nicole Jacob. I live in the Greenwood area. I have 3 children. 2 are still in the Wakefield school system. One is graduating senior and one's a freshman. I've been with the HRC, I think it's 2 years. I can't remember. I'm terrible with numbers. But yeah, today is my last meeting as well. I'll still probably be attending maybe 1 or 2 more because I'll be doing the Juneteenth event in June, but then in July, I'll be moving out of state. So I'm closing up everything. So welcome to all the new members, and it's a great committee. All right, I think, Eileen, you're gonna have to mute me back because I can't see this.
Yeah, no worries. I can take care of it.
Thank you.
And that's
Sherry,
Nicole, who does the Juneteenth event for us, right? Who's now in the city councilor in Lynn. That's amazing. And also like kind of disturbing. Lynn has never had a Black woman city councilor. Anyway, sorry.
That is correct.
That's wild.
Sherry, do you want to go?
Sure. And I want to say, first of all, I am absolutely ecstatic that Vanessa's continuing. She's been a wonderful volunteer.
Mhm.
Super sad I won't be working with Benny anymore unless I can convince her to, informally. Same thing with Nicole, Eileen, and others who I won't be able to work with. I'm so sorry to see you go. This is my 3rd year. I had an unexpired 2-year term, and now I'm finishing the 1st year of a full 3-year term. I've lived in Wakefield now for 21 years. I've lived in a lot of places. And as of December 31st, I actually retired. I had a business in Wakefield for 30 years. I managed all kinds of nonprofit groups. And then before moving to Wakefield, I had that business for another 10 years. So it's a career I had for a very, very long time. And I'm very committed to working with volunteers. I have lots and lots of experience with governance and planning events from all those years that I worked with trade associations and professional societies. And I welcome the new people. We need more new people, need help. We're very ambitious in terms of what we like to do, and we really need a lot of help. And I guess, let's see. Eileen, you haven't spoken.
I know, I'm last. That's okay. I'm Eileen Rooney. We moved here in 2017 from the city. I have an 8th grader at the Galvin as well, who just won his baseball game. I just got a text message saying he won, which is really nice. 4-2, came in bottom of the 5th. So we'll just say it's because they brought him in. And I work in HR at a law firm, and I've been there for almost as long as I've lived in Wakefield. It's been great. This is a great committee. I think you're really going to like working with everyone here. We will have, again, 2 additional members that'll join, and then there'll probably be another. I was talking to someone earlier today saying that a mom on my son's baseball team was interested in volunteering too. So that's sort of a big thing, Jill and Gatika, to try and recruit as much as you can when you get involved in things. And this is my last meeting, but same as Nicole, I'm gonna still hang around and be involved in the Pride flag raising. I already have a singer, and I think we're gonna do some readings and stuff like that. So, and then I have I've reached out to Reading too, and they're asking us about maybe co-branding in some way their Pride event. So I'm happy to still be involved on subcommittees if you guys ever need anything. All right, well, welcome. There, typically, if we have any individuals from the public, we would let them, take their 3 minutes. We don't have any today, so we'll sort of move along. I sent along the February and the March meeting minutes. I know last month we didn't have, I think we were still waiting on February. Do we have enough people to vote on those 2? We do? Okay.
That's a good question, because it's
actually-
only the people who were at the meetings, but I think we can. Sherry, what do you think?
So I'm looking to see I'm looking up because I can look at documents since I do not have visual on all of you. Hold on just a second. So I'm going to pull up the February meeting. People present, let's see. Eileen, Sherry, Benny, Nicole, Teresa. Okay, so 5 out of the 8 who are at that meeting can vote. We're here and we can vote.
Great.
That's
Who's
good.
the
We have a
5?
majority.
Oh, me. I'm number 5. Oh my
Sherry,
God.
Eileen, Benny, Teresa, and Paul. So we can
Yeah,
vote
okay.
on the February. And then
Yeah,
I'll look up the
counting is
March.
not my
one.
strong suit. Okay.
So
Would you like to make a motion to approve the February minutes?
Sherry will make a motion to approve the February minutes.
We have a
Second.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Benny?
Oh, yes, I say yes.
Teresa,
Yes.
Nicole,
Yes.
Sherry,
Yes.
and then me. Yes. Okay.
Oh, and
Um,
just to maybe orient people, the reason we do this, it's part of the open meeting laws, is that we have to take minutes in every meeting. The people have to approve the minutes at the following meeting or some following meeting, and then we have to post them within a reasonable time so that the public can see the minutes. So it's like a thing we have to do. It's kind of like a housekeeping thing we have to do in every meeting.
we do that with
Okay.
subcommittees as well. If you get involved in a.
March meeting. March meeting, we had the same situation. 5 out of the 8 people who were present are at this meeting as well. Teresa, Nicole, me, Eileen, and Benny. So we can even vote on the March minutes.
Okay, that's great. Want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the March minutes. I took them. I'll make a motion to approve them.
Second.
Second,
Okay, Benny, go ahead.
yes, I say yes.
Teresa,
Yes.
Nicole,
Yeah.
Sherry.
Yes.
And me, yes. Okay. The
That
next
was
one,
quite the interesting meeting.
say it again.
I said that was quite the interesting meeting with all the people who came about the vote.
Oh, it really was. Yeah, it really was. I wish they would come and volunteer too. That would be really helpful. Okay, the next couple of items on here are really sort of updates. So I've reached out to Evan Reppert and Anthony Guardia about the day of service. They have a lot going on, sort of getting the summer stuff happening, but Anthony's saying it'll happen, don't worry. So I will keep nagging them. Happy to do that over the next few weeks. And then as soon as he has a
Perhaps you want to describe the project to our new members?
Yeah, happy to. So every year we hold an event for Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King Day. Typically, we actually do the day of service on the same day. This year, we decided we're going to do it on a different day so that people can come prepared to paint. And then it snowed, and then so we had to postpone it. And then the follow-up was, it was like that negative 25-degree wind chill day, and we postponed it again. And so now we're looking for another date. By the time we do it, it'll be like Hispanic Heritage Month. I don't know. Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps the paint will dry faster because it's going to be so warm.
I know. Yeah, there you go. Do it on a Saturday or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's coming. Sherry, do you want to give an update on Asian Pacific Heritage Month? It looks like I've seen some of your emails. There's so much going on.
Oh, yes. What ended up happening, since I am the sole commissioner working on that particular event, we've made it into an ad hoc committee. And we don't have the kind of formal recorded meetings because it isn't an official meeting of the HRC. It's an ad hoc committee to plan a specific event. That was explained to me by Sherry Dalton that was acceptable in this case. And it makes us a little bit more nimble. We've been meeting a lot, except for school vacation week, we meet every week. We have so many different wonderful things that are going to happen on the afternoon of May 27th. And we have the gymnasium at the AmeriCol. So we're able to have lots of interactive things. You can learn how to do Chinese yo-yo. You can learn how to do Thai martial arts. You can watch a lion dance. We're hoping to have Bollywood dancers. I'm in discussions with a fellow from Lebanon about having someone come and play the oud, a classical Lebanese instrument. We have so many other things planned, bubble tea, calligraphy, origami. It's going to be just a terrific day if we can finally get it all nailed down. And I have a wonderful group of community volunteers, 2 of whom have worked with me on the last 2 of these events. Last year, we had our live one at the smaller room at the AmeriCol. and the year before we had totally virtual. But the last 2 years, I also had the wonderful support of other commissioners. So this year, as I said, it's just ad hoc. It's an event planning. And we're meeting again on Thursday. But I do have to ask you some questions about money. I was able to secure a grant for us this year. And for International Women's Day, which I also headed up, I had, I believe it was $247 worth of expenses. I would like you to give me the okay to enter that money, to have that money repaid to the HRC from the grant, which means it will go in our revolving fund. It won't come out of go into our regular budget, it'll go into our revolving fund. And then for APAH, some of the performers, and I've negotiated the prices down, are going to require some payment. I need to buy more origami paper. We're planning on having bubble tea, so we have to buy some materials. The person who has headed up the lion dance, and it's Wakefield students who are going to be underneath that lion, has been doing this at her own expense, including space rental, for months now. So I was hoping we could give her an honorarium. And again, I'd like your approval for me to go ahead and, once we have all the receipts, apply these expenses against our grant. So it doesn't, the money has already will come out of our regular account, but then it will come back to us, to our revolving fund, which does not cancel out. It keeps going year after year. So I'd like to make, I guess, can I make the motion that the money
I think we're supposed to have a discussion maybe first. Do you have any idea how much that is? Like an estimate?
Right now, because I won't meet with everyone until Thursday, but I can give you the amount for International Women's Day, I believe was $247 total. And I would like to send those receipts into the grant body so that money will appear in our revolving fund. We had one speaker who usually charges a lot more money, and I convinced her to charge us a whole lot less money. And then we had some other expenses, refreshments, the big wall sign that people did the embrace equity symbol arm thing in front of. So I would first like to do that one. I can give you I won't know, like I said, the final numbers on APAH until probably another week or two.
Yeah.
But can I get approval to do for the International Women's Day?
I think that makes sense. For sure. Do you want to make a motion? Or are there any other questions before Sherry does that? No. Okay.
Okay. I've not done this before, requested, but I was given a procedure that says you just submit the invoices of money, proof that money has been paid, and that money goes back to us. And as I said, that would go into our revolving fund, not in our regular budgetary fund.
I think
which
I'm
is great.
confused by that, and maybe I'm just being a dummy about it, but when it comes to the grants, right? They sit separate, right? So you have to request the grant. Is it through Sherry Dalton? And then he gives you I can't remember how that works.
It's the Mass Council for the Arts, or the Wakefield Council for the Arts. So Sherry pays the bills, and then I take the invoices and receipts of the bills she's paid, and I present it to the Council of the Arts, and then they send us a check, which gets deposited in our revolving fund.
Okay, I knew it was two separate things, but I couldn't remember who did the grant piece. So that's super helpful. So
Benny, you did this in the past, correct?
Yeah,
Benny?
we had the Wakefield Arts Council grant last year as well.
So you submitted, did I explain the procedure correctly, that I then send the invoices to the council and then they repay us into our revolving fund?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what money went where, but there's also some additional, there's like the receipts, but there's another piece of paperwork that you have to submit and
Yes.
some other document. You submit like various pieces of collateral to them and then they.
Yes,
process.
I have the forms. And the only information I do not have for the form is I do not have the EIN associated with our account, the tax ID number. And I guess I would get that
Sherry
from
can give you
Sherry
that.
Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had asked Daniela, but I hadn't heard back from her, so I don't know if she understood what I was asking for. I'll ask Sherry Dalton for that.
That's perfect.
So I would like to propose that the expenses for the International Women's Day event will be refunded through our Mass Council for the Arts grant.
Second. Should we vote?
Yep, we have to vote.
Teresa,
Yes.
Benny,
Yes.
Jill,
Yes.
Katika,
Yes.
Nicole,
Yes.
and Sherry.
Yes, thank you very much. And I'm gonna, I've gotten two different letters from them, one that said we got $1,500 and one that said we got $1,800, and they still have not clarified, and they haven't provided me with a phone number. So I email them and I get no answer, so I'll keep trying. But either way, we have the funds so that we will not end up in the same situation as last year, where we actually went so over budget because we just don't have a big enough budget for all of the different events that we plan.
Our budget is bigger this year anyway. I'm pretty sure that but it's good that we have this grant, but we also have a bigger budget than we have in years past.
Did they approve the increase in our budget?
I could have sworn that they did.
Because I've been looking at the minutes and I haven't seen that. So I think we need to know that as well.
Yeah.
Because
for sure.
it means that the level of entertainment and the demonstrations and cultural opportunities that we offer can be a little bit richer than they have been. And not that we haven't done things, but we've really tried hard to keep the cost minimal. And if we have a higher budget plus we have this grant, it means that we can do some wonderful things that really give the town a treat.
Right.
Can I interject one thing? Just because, a bunch of us are transitioning off, we are doing a lot of programming and maybe we need to scale back and maybe we can offer grants or something at the schools or something for the Boys and Girls Club, something that we don't have to be in control of, but we can say we have this money for whatever, for you to do something for AAPI or something for Hispanic Heritage Month, and and it can go that way instead of the group trying to continue to plan so many events with such a small amount of people for the next couple of months, I think.
I asked Steve Mayo if there was a way for us to take money and just give it to different groups, specifically at the schools. And the answer I got was no, but that we could. I think the way to get around that is we're gonna pay for this DJ for, I don't know, whatever it is at the high school.
Yeah, for the Juneteenth picnic or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if we have a specific thing and then we pay for it and then somehow our logo shows up somewhere. I think that's the way to get around it. But I think it's a good point, Nicole.
We would need, the thing is, we would need an invoice for the money that we spent, showing that we had an expense before the grant money could be used.
Or we could just use
You
the
have
regular
to-
budget. You know what I mean?
Okay. You mean something? Oh, yes, from the regular budget. Okay.
Yeah. But to your point, you could do it for the grant too, if Did you want to
I'm
talk
already
about?
thinking about.
So for APAH, Sherry, do you want us to vote now? Or do you want to
No,
pull
because I
everything
don't have the full
together?
amount yet.
Okay,
Right. I think I'm going to probably have $400 to $500 worth of expenses.
okay,
So, and like I said, we're meeting again Thursday. We skipped 1 week. And we have, and see, some of the things are not fully confirmed yet. The Muay Thai, the martial arts, we're happy to do this. I offered to give them a promotional space, a table. And they said, oh, that would be great. So I don't have to pay them. But the yo-yo people, some of the dance troops, some of the musicians that will come in, they will require some payment, even if it's just modest, like an honorarium of $50 or $75. So I will have that full number for you. Actually, I'm not going to be at the next meeting. I'm going to be out in the Midwest at my oldest granddaughter's college graduation.
Oh,
So
congrats.
you were talking about young kids. I have grandkids and they all live in the Midwest. So what I'll do is I will send notes to the chairperson to relate that information to the rest of the commission so they can vote on that, the use of that fund, those funds.
sounds good. Okay. Nicole, do you
I
want to
have
talk about, oh, go ahead, sorry,
I
Ben.
had a random question about APAH. I remember, Sherry, this email exchange from like months and months ago, and then I never, like, I forgot all about it, that had to do with space rental for the dragon, the Chinese dragon, like practicing. So did that never happen? She didn't end up renting the space under our name. She had to pay for it.
She rented it under her own name
That's too bad.
because it wasn't an activity under the HRC officially. It
But
was
I mean, it is.
group of parents and-
We're having them perform in our APAH thing. I wish that we had extended that courtesy to them to, like, we can rent space at the AmeriCall for free. Like, why not let her? Okay.
I did say that, and she did not take us up on the offer. I did offer.
Oh, okay.
She said that the small room that's usually available was not big enough and she couldn't get the gym. So I'm not even sure what space they were using.
Well, I can't
But
wait to see it. I'm
I
totally
did extend
excited.
that offer. Yeah, I did extend that offer to her.
Yeah, and I think if there's a way maybe to help figure that out for next year, maybe that could be another way. Because I love the idea of the HRC. Not only are we putting on events, but to help make the spaces possible for people to be engaging in that kind of, like, a one-day event is one thing, but like a whole thing where a bunch of kids get to learn the dragon dance, like that's like a much more in-depth and meaningful cultural experience, I think. So I would love for the HRC to be able to like help make those spaces possible, using whatever logistical like leverage that we have. I think that's like something we can do that's free and like really could make an impact. So maybe for next year we can like think about helping to reduce whatever barriers might have been in place there.
Yeah, and like I said, this is a group of parents and 5 or 7 children who meet, and I did offer to try to arrange space for them, and they didn't take me up on that offer. So, and whether or not they're still in existence next year, I don't know. This is not necessarily an ongoing thing. Just right now, they have a lion dance troupe. And it's going to be cute because it's smaller children.
I mean, instead of trying to assume any of that, just like, have a conversation with them and ask, like, is there anything that the HRC can do to help make something like this possible in the future? See what they say.
I will definitely ask them. One other thing about APAH, one of the things that we'd really like, if possible, is to have people come in what is the traditional dress of their country and have sort of a heritage fashion show. And we have a couple of people who already have said yes, but I'm going to extend this offer to anyone in our group or who know of people who have Asian or Pacific Islander heritage who might be willing to come to the event that day wearing dress that is traditional for their heritage.
I could do that. I'm Asian too.
Shatika, and
Yeah,
what country does your family come from?
India.
Okay, so you would come perhaps in a sari?
Sorry, or something, yeah, something more easier, but yeah, something like a sari, yes.
I actually have a friend in Wakefield who always wears a sari, but she's very
Oh.
shy.
Oh,
And
come
yeah, so
to the event.
but if you know of other people as well who come from who have traditional dress, and what we would do is introduce them, and if they're too shy to speak, we would, from their notes, describe the significance of what they're wearing.
Sounds good to
And
me.
just-
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. You were saying something.
No, that's it. We would just we would speak on their behalf from their notes if they were too shy to speak on their own. And I've even asked Vanessa,
That's-
because I know that the youth council has students from whose families come from all kinds of backgrounds, and some of them might have access to some traditional dress as well and be willing to come.
Yeah, I could have my son come, and if there are some other kids who are of Asian descent, like they could all come dressed up. I think I might have something for my son to wear too. He's part of the
Well, that
youth.
would be great. Yeah, that would be great, because the event will not just be, we're going to put out a formal schedule of things that
Yeah.
are going to happen, but it's not always going to be sitting down and watching. It's, again, it's going to be, some things are going to be strictly performance, and some things are going to be interactive demonstrations. And then there will be tables with arts and crafts and things. We're even talking about getting a henna artist for a couple of hours if people would like to try having henna
Oh, that's
on their
awesome.
hands.
Yeah.
And I know that is something that originated actually more in Western Asia. Actually, the original henna ink is not from Asia; it's from Egypt, which is part of African continent, but
Yeah.
Western Asia, and all across Western Asia and South Asia, people use henna. And I thought that might be a really nice thing if we had someone who was a henna artist. And of course, henna artists cost money, so I would have to negotiate.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I do go to a salon for a few things, but they charge like $50 for a hand. So there's no way that I could ask them to come to the event. But I know some high school students who could do it. They did that for an event 3 years ago for us, like
That would be
kids.
terrific to get kids involved. Yeah. I
Yeah.
did do a little bit of a search, and I found that I could hire a henna artist. If I paid full price, it would be $80 an hour, not per drawing, per hour. So
Oh,
maybe I
wow.
could possibly, yeah, I
Yeah.
know. So possibly I could get someone who, since we're a nonprofit, a community group, it's for APAH. I could get someone who might do 2 hours for $100, some discounted price. I'm not shy about negotiating.
Oh my God, you are amazing, because the person I asked for event, she was like $50 for a hand, just one hand, So,
Oh, no,
Well,
no,
Sherry-
there's
Sherry-
still people in line.
Sherry, it also sounds like Shatika is saying that she might know people who, like students who would like to be involved.
Sure. And I would like that even better.
yeah. But-
And we can help them purchase materials, because that, I'm sure there'll be a cost in buying the henna.
Yes.
Okay,
So we will
Jatika,
be in touch
I'm
about
going to send you the information, because we should really move on from this. I'm going to send you the information on how to get into our Thursday meeting of the APAH group,
Yes, and I think,
if you're
what time-
able to come.
yeah, is it like in Melrose or Wakefield?
Oh, no, it's going to be Zoom,
Oh,
and it's
perfect.
only going to be a half hour to 40 minutes. I'll
Yes.
send you that information if you're able to come and report it whether or not someone might be available to do henna for us.
Okay, sounds good to me. And I think I have to get off the Zoom right now. It was really wonderful to meet everyone, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday, Sherry.
Great to meet you.
Okay, well,
Bye-bye. Nice to
Well,
meet everyone.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye-bye.
that means that someone
Bye-bye.
has to take notes from this point on, I guess.
Great point.
Okay, so it's 7:43. I'll take some notes in her absence.
Okay, that'd be
she only
great.
could take-
Thank you, Sherry. Sherry,
Okay.
now that you are not the only commissioner attending that meeting, I think that changes the kind of meeting that you have, that it now has to be posted.
She may not attend. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sending her an invite, but doesn't, if she, and we're not using town Zoom. We're using
know.
one of our members' Zoom. Yeah, maybe I better not do that. I'll just talk to her offline.
Wait, hold
I'll
on.
just
I
ask
think
you-
that it would be really great to include her, Sherry. I don't think that you should
I will.
exclude her because of a logistical issue.
We won't be able to have our meeting this Thursday night if I
Maybe
have
you
to make it
hold
official. to the-
Maybe you hold it this Thursday because it wasn't clear whether or not she was coming for sure. And then
Okay. And then,
the next time around, you can maybe post it to the,
well, I've been hoping to get her on this committee since I heard her name in the first place.
yeah, no, it's
But
good
I
that
didn't
she's
have
there.
contact information for that.
There must be some benefit, though, to not having more than one commissioner on a subcommittee, because you are able to be a little more flexible when it comes to meeting and potentially meeting in person. And it
Well,
sounds like
but
you have a
the
whole bunch
downside-
of community members, which is nice.
Right, but the downside is last year I had people like you and Benny and I had a couple of other people that helped me from the commission themselves. And because they were so committed as part of the commission, they were like, I have other people on this committee who I don't hear from very much. They're not as reliable because they're not as invested as a commissioner would be. So
Got
I
it.
would much prefer that it was an official body of the HRC and that I was working with other commissioners on this as well.
Sure. Okay.
But it didn't work out this year.
All right. Well, now we have the date, May 27th. Thanks for doing all of that. And you will send along the invoice information next month for the meeting. Nicole, do you want to talk about Juneteenth?
Sure. I saw Maureen today. I am not really sure what the final thing is about the poll. I know they voted yes, but I have no idea if it's going to be there. So I don't really know what to say. I mean, Kate Lippert-Garabedian, though, is the speaker. And so we don't need a speaker from North Shore Juneteenth. And I saw the sign up that we have. I think Beverly ROTC would do the flag raising. So I'm not really. I'm not sure where we're. I don't know
So
what to do
Could
about
you
this.
repeat-
We
Could you
actually
repeat
submitted.
doing the flag raising?
Excuse
What-
me.
I'm sorry, Sherry, what?
I was trying to take notes and I missed who is going to do the flag raising?
You mean who's going to be the speaker?
No, I
No,
had Kate Lippert-Garabedian as the speaker, but you said something about that someone is going to do the flag raising ceremony?
Oh, the Beverly ROTC.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed.
So they did approve for us to fly the flag. They did, not the last town council, but the one before that.
Right, that they're going to get another flagpole, right? But
Yeah,
the
they're gonna-
question, when are
yeah.
they going to?
They're gonna install it before June 1st.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
And it will be at the Americal?
It'll be at the Americal.
Okay.
If I hear anything else, Nicole, I'll send you a message about it, but that's the last that I had heard.
Okay.
So you have a poet, a singer, Kate's the speaker.
I don't know
and
if we're
then-
doing a poet. I don't think, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
No,
a poet, a singer, either a poet and a singer, or just a singer and Kate and the flag raising. Because I'll still also have the reading. Hopefully I can get someone to read the reading, but
they,
Um,
the Nicole McLean sent us an email yesterday.
okay, what did she say?
She says, you'll be able to add these names to your flyer if you wish. The poet's Terry Carter, the singer is Tanya Crowell, Juneteenth speaker Nicole Jacob,
Okay,
and then additional speaker Terry Carter.
okay, so we don't need the additional speaker because
Okay.
that's Kate Lippert-Garabedian. So
Okay.
I
Do you want
didn't
to
see.
reply to that? Yeah, no, that's
I
okay.
can't, why
I
don't
can.
you do it, because it seems like my messages might get mixed up because I'm on the committee and then sending it in lieu of the HRC. I think it's getting might get a little mixed up, so
Okay, I will reply to that.
thank you, if you don't mind, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I'm going to ask for clarification again for the minutes. I have Tanya Crowell as the singer, Nicole doing a reading, and who is the poet?
You know, I think, Sherry, that you don't need to put that in there just yet, because that's not finalized, and it's just a correspondence between North Shore Juneteenth and us. So I don't think we're
Okay.
ready for that.
Okay, so we are discussing whether we're going to have a poet, a singer, or some combination of poet, singer, and reading.
We are discussing that we are still having it, and we are finalizing the program, but we don't have but we have the ROTC and Kate Lippert-Garabedian. I think that's sufficient for now.
Thank you, Nicole.
Mhm.
June 1st, Vanessa Shukas is agreed to come and sing for us for the Pride flag raising like she did last year. She was excited to do it. And she's free,
I'm sorry,
which
the
is
name
nice
again.
too. Her first name is Vanessa and her last name is Shukas. It's Schukis. I'm trying to talk my son
Okay.
into singing with her, so we'll see if he'll go for it. And then I don't know what else we'll do. Maybe we'll have like readers or something, but I'm happy to do something there.
Will this also be at the Civic Center? Okay, thank you.
And who's going to do the flag raising? Is it going to be an ROTC group or?
For June 1st, I think it will be one of us.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually just like, there's somebody from the DPW or something who helps out, and we just kind of do it.
Pull the rope. Yep. And I'll talk to Maureen to see if she, wants to speak, or if any of the other town councilors want to do that. I think that would be totally fine. And then I reached out to Reading to see what they were working on for Pride Month, and they are doing a car parade to Reading Town Common, and they're having a festival. And so I very quickly was like, what can we do to be involved in that? So you could slap our name on something. And I offered my truck. My wife doesn't know that yet, so we'll see how that goes. And that would be June 17th. So it would be helpful if a commissioner could be like the subcommittee owner or not. I mean, I guess according, I could be like my own ad hoc person for Pride Month if you want. And then whoever is the chair going forward, if there are emails that come into the inbox that are Pride related, you can forward them along to me and I can work on that. But I don't know, something to think about. But I'll try and let them know like what the plan is for the month of June, of like emailing me directly, and then I'll include everyone just so you know what's happening. And then I won't be able to make the meeting next month, but I'll try and email people as things are going on and keep you all updated.
Do you know anything more about this car parade? This sounds delightful.
I know, right? I was so excited.
I want a little pride parade. That's so great.
It's like, could we do it from the edge of Wakefield Reading? So like we get a
Why
little bit of
not?
it. Let me see what else I can find. Laura is not the Reading, diversity, equity, inclusion person. She's like her own, I don't know, like created her own committee to do this. And so they referred me over to her. But what else did she say? They're going to have vendors. Their Juneteenth event is June 24th. But there'll be a car parade at 2:30 and it ends at the Common for speakers, music, games, food, vendors, probably starting around 3:30 or 4. They were hoping that like people around the streets would host like cheering stations as like the trucks and cars were going by, which is kind of cool. And then she asked if we were planning anything, and I said, maybe we'll work with you. So kind of nice to do this together, I think, and ends up not just being like 1 or 2 people throwing a festival, right? And they're pretty heavily involved in that. And Stoneham also has like a Pride Day, but I haven't gotten a hold of the name over there yet. So Jill, you have like a little wolf behind you. I keep seeing like this cute little wolf just like passing behind you. So cute.
Really trying to get my attention.
Just like meander by. Anyway, so I'll let you guys know, but I'll let people know like how to get a hold of me, and I'll keep you updated on what I find out. So we already did new member intros, and next month.
I'd like to raise my hand, but I can't.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, could you please confirm the date of our Juneteenth event?
It
I
is
was-
Thursday, June 15th.
Thank you.
Wait, I'm confused. So the pride flag raising is on the 1st. And then what's happening on the 15th?
The Juneteenth flag
Oh,
raising.
Juneteenth. I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay.
It's okay.
Got confused. Thank you.
Okay, so next month you want to vote for a new chair, a co-chair, and secretary/treasurer positions. Just something to think about. Because I won't be here next month, I don't know who will do the agenda. Does anyone want to volunteer to do that, to put it together?
And this is Sherry. I'm going to miss it as well, as I said, because I'm going to be out of state.
Yeah. So you know what I can do is, I think I'll still have access to email for the next like week or so. I'll pull together an agenda. I'll send it to Sherry Dalton for her to post it. And then in May, you'll see it and someone can pull it up and sort of walk through it at that point. And just like a reminder to say it out loud of what we did. Benny was so very good at sort of directing us last year of going out into, what are they called? I was going to say subcommittees, but that's not what it's called. Breakout rooms. Having conversations about individuals that are thinking about running for those positions, and then coming back and announcing them and doing it one by one.
So who's gonna, I think it would be beneficial for someone to officially be like facilitating that meeting. And I don't know, like, is Danielle gonna be back?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
And I'm vice chair and I won't be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am having a medical procedure done in the next week or so, and so I will be out of commission for the month of May. So maybe it's something to think about, like,
Teresa, I'm looking at you.
I know,
You
Teresa.
know I am. You're the only one left. The last woman standing.
Teresa's swearing, which
You're-
is why she's not
Yeah, you're
unmuted.
muted.
She's just cursing.
Oh my God, I'm all alone.
You're never really alone. We're all here. We're just not.
So I'm supposed to run
She's
this
like-
show?
I mean, I'd be happy, Teresa, if it would be helpful to like give you some pointers or some like suggestions for how to run through that process or something. I don't know. Anything that I could do to be supportive, let me know. But I think it would be helpful for there to be someone who's like the actual point person for running that meeting. Otherwise, I think it'll just be like a little chaotic.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll set up some time to talk to you about it. So you can help me and I'll take some notes on how to do it. Because I mean, I know I was there when it happened, but I don't think I remember.
Blocked it out.
Yeah. And when is that meeting? Oh, we don't know. Well, we do know.
Whatever. It's the 3rd.
I hope. Yeah.
It looks like that would be the 20th of, oh no, that's June, sorry.
May.
So the 16th maybe.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I have no excuse. Okay. I'll be there.
We all owe Teresa like a coffee or a
Yeah.
glass of wine, maybe.
Eileen, is there a way that I can, that I would still get the email about the meeting? Because I know I'm putting it in my calendar, but I know I'm going to forget. I don't
Yeah.
know if I would still get the email from Sherry.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. Okay.
I think if we go out to the Wakefield website, that's where the Zoom is. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like you
try to
have
remember.
to, yeah,
be
you'd have
here.
to you'd have to remember to go and like look it up on the public meeting calendar thing.
Mm,
But you know what, Nicole, if I can book it before May 1st, then I can forward it to you from the Wakefield email address. Is that cool? Okay. Do we just want to say farewell to everyone that's leaving? Like Nicole, Benny, me. Nicole and Benny, you've been awesome in so many ways and so helpful. And thank you for everything that you've done.
it's been
Who
great.
is continuing?
What's that, Sherry?
Who is continuing besides myself?
Teresa, Jeremy. You've got Jill, you've got Katika, you've got Olivia
Vanessa.
Vandenberg.
Vanessa will be an
yeah.
official member then starting
Sure.
whenever you get sworn in for that.
Mhm.
You'll have a full group.
Yeah.
It's good.
And I think they appointed the new members who will then have their first official meeting in May, right? I
Yeah.
saw it in the paper.
Everyone has been appointed, which is great. So full group, and Teresa will tell you how to do all the things.
Right.
Teresa is great. She is.
Right. I'm taking
You
an
really are.
intensive-
You told me how to do the minutes. You showed
Yeah,
me how to put
right.
stuff online.
I'm taking an intensive course on how to run meetings next.
Yes.
You got this. You've
Yeah.
run the subcommittees. It's basically the same thing, but with
Yes.
people.
She is fabulous.
Eileen, it's been great having you as our chair. Thank you
Benny.
so much for, the time and additional like attention and care that's required for managing all the stuff. So it's been a good year. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you showing me how to do all these things because I would not have been able to do anything without being like, Benny, what is this? What do I have to do with this?
I know it's a
Feel it.
lot. It's a lot of work. So
It's good stuff.
I appreciate it.
I
Okay.
still want to be involved in like subcommittees and stuff. So keep me in your mix.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be involved in the indigenous oh my
People's
God,
Day.
come on, brain. Yeah, thank you.
IPD.
IPD, yeah. So I'll be back. I'll be back around. And Nicole, when are you moving?
So,
July, like
Oh my
the
God.
20 something, I don't know, yeah.
Are you
I'm just
excited? Are
talking.
you ready?
So I am tired of living apart for 2 years from my husband. That's very hard. I'm very sad to be leaving. Wakefield change is very difficult. I don't want to start crying, so I might stop talking. But starting all over, it's tough, but I think we'll be okay. It's just gonna be hard to start that part all over again.
Well, they're gonna get a good one when they get you, Nicole.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
It's been like really great to work with you over the past couple of years. Yeah, I appreciate everything that you've brought to the commission and the different events that we've been doing, and I don't know, we'll miss you.
I'll miss you too, everybody.
So much.
So
All right. Well, any matters not anticipated?
I actually had a question for you guys. So for the youth council, we love to have any like liaison spotlights for any of the other councils or things like that. And I know I reached out to Sherry the other day, but I know it's like some of you guys have spoken in the past, but we would love to have you back for another one of our youth council meetings. I know our schedules and yours are kind of all over the place, but I can let you know when our next meeting is, and we would love to have you guys there if you would like to talk about the APAH event or the Pride flag raising or any of the other Pride events or Juneteenth, anything like that. And we always love volunteering. I know a few members helped me volunteer at the Women's Day event, which was really successful and really fun. So yeah, we would love to just like hear about what you guys have been doing.
I love that, Vanessa. Vanessa, do you think that we could ask the youth council to come to the Pride event and maybe give out flags or ribbons or decorate
Yeah.
the front of the Americal with progress flags and stuff like that? Let's talk.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I
That'd be
think
great.
that's a good idea. And also about the budget thing, I don't really think that youth council is included in the yearly budget when town council goes over it, which I'm going to talk to Catherine more in detail for next year. But to my knowledge, I don't think we have one. So if you guys have leftover funds that you would, like to take care of, I feel like it would be a great opportunity to pass it on to youth council. But obviously you guys have a lot of events and things like that that you have to handle first. So I totally understand, but I think we could definitely benefit from some help.
I love that. Great idea. Come up with some ideas of like what we could spend that money on. Is there like something specific that you guys do? You do like an end of year event, or do you do like a diversity event or something like that? Then they can give you the money specifically for it,
Yeah, and we also table like a few events. Like we just had the recycling and sustainability day. I don't know if you guys were there, but we had a table there, and we actually had like a raffle basket that I made of different like sustainability items. We also worked to make brochures recently, just like saying like what is youth council. I know with so many different like youth groups of like youth action team, and then like there's so many different things that they can all end up like blending together and sounding the same, so kind of differentiating them all. I think like having papers and stuff like that really helps, so we made brochures for that, so like printing them, different things like that, just for like events and community outreach too. I think we could use some funding, but I'll definitely talk to the council, especially Catherine Dingra, more about that, and we can maybe come up with some ideas.
That's awesome.
As long as it's consistent with the kinds of missions the HRC has, I don't see a problem either.
Okay, thank you so much.
Should we review the action list? I think half of it is with Chatika, so maybe we can go through some of it. I'm still waiting for Evan Reppert, so I'll forward that along as soon as I see it. Any takeaways, Sherry, for APAH planning? From you,
No,
you're
I
gonna put
just,
together the invoices to get them over to the committee next month, right?
yes, and again, I ask anyone who has friends or family who have any kind of ethnic traditional dress and be willing to wear it and come to our event, to please get in touch with me.
Cool. June 1st, I have the singer, so I'll take care of that. Vanessa, maybe you and I could talk about getting the youth council involved in the pride flag raising somehow. I'll send you a message.
Yeah, definitely. And I can always mention it at one of our meetings, but I think it would be great to hear it straight from the source. So if you guys did want to come in, I'll let you know when our next meetings are. And even if it's not you, another member could come in, and I think that'd be really a nice addition to our monthly meetings.
For sure. Nicole, for the flag raising, I'm gonna reply back to the Juneteenth Association to let them know what we need and what we don't need. I'll copy you on that so you see that. I'll reach out to Laura Wilson about the Reading car parade on the 17th. And Benny and Teresa are gonna connect at some point to talk about how to run the voting next month. And I think that's it. Cool. Thank you, everybody. It's good to see you all. Nicole, I was so excited to see you today. I was like, it's like waving like a lunatic. But I realized that I think I've only seen you in person like 6 times total. Right? Because of the pandemic. So
Yes,
we'll have to
and the
see you
same
one
thing
more
with
time.
when I see Vanessa, I'm always like, Vanessa, is that you, Vanessa? Because I'm not used to seeing her in person either.
We did the high school tour and I was like overly excited to see Vanessa at high school to the point where my son was like, what are you
What's
doing?
wrong? with me?
What's wrong with you? And I was like, you don't understand, that's Vanessa Westlake.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you guys.
I love
Okay.
it.
Thanks, everybody. Good to see you.
Good
All
to
right.
see you, everybody. Have good nights.
Bye.
Nice to meet you all.
Bye. Nice
Yeah,
meeting you,
thanks,
Jill.
Jill.
Bye.